What's up, guys? So Zafina is now out for Tekken 7 and I've been playing her a little bit. She's a lot of fun, but she has kind of a lot going on in terms of a bunch of stances, follow-ups, all kinds of craziness. So I thought what I would do for you today is we're going to cover her top 10 moves so that if you're picking up the character for the first time, you kind of know what are some good standard options that you can go to. So let's jump right into things here. First off, we're going to talk about forward 4. This is pretty much everything you want in a poke. It reaches really far, safe on block, it's a mid, and it tracks. Really just an amazing move. Only downside is, you lose your turn if they block it, but you're not going to get punished or anything. So this is a great whiff punish, or if the opponent is, sidestepping, since this has homing properties, it'll catch them out of that. So great move. Next up, another homing attack I want to talk about is forward 2. So this is actually plus on block, so if the opponent blocks it, you're going to be at advantage, which is pretty amazing. And if it's a counter hit, you're going to be able to get a combo off it, so that's pretty cool. Only downside is this is going to be a high, so it is duckable, but the opponent, a lot of times they're not going to want to duck because they're scared of this mid, so sometimes you can catch them with this high. And then even if they block, you'll be able to continue your pressure. So forward 2 is another good one. Next up is her down forward 2. So this is just, a pretty standard launcher. It is slightly unsafe, but not too terrible. It's only like -12, so they're not going to be able to launch punish you or anything after this. And it reaches pretty far, so it's a decent whiff punish, and it has some sort of evasive properties. So on occasion, if the opponent is throwing stuff out, you're going to be able to evade whatever nonsense they're doing with the strange sort of downward hitbox on that. And if it hits, obviously you're going to be able to get pretty good damage off it, considering it is a launcher. So just all around a pretty nice whiff punishing tool that occasionally will also blow up the opponent's pokes with its evasive hitbox. Next up is kind of a twofer. We got 1-3 and we got 1-4. So these are both 10 frame punishes. So you're going to be able to punish stuff that's -10 with this. And the nice thing is they leave you in stances. So 1-3 is going to leave you in the Scarecrow stance, which is generally like her best stance. This will lead into a lot of mix-ups and keep the opponent guessing if you hit them with 1-3. And then 1-4 leads into her Tarantula stance, which is a little bit more gimmicky, but it does have some good stuff. Like, you can hit him with this annoying low, or hit him with some mids that really keep them guessing out of this Tarantula. So these are just generally really great 10-frame punish tools that you're going to be able to keep mixing the opponent up off of. So they need to be careful. Whenever they leave you -10, you could really get a lot of advantage off that. Next up, we've got kind of an interesting mid poke. Down back 2. You can see the range on this is decent, but not like incredible. But this is a safe mid poke with pretty good range, and the nice thing is that if this counter hits, it is going to knock down, so you can start applying pressure. So this and down forward 1, I'm not giving down forward 1 its own slot on this list, but these are just kind of your general go-to fast mid pokes, I would say. Next up, we'll talk about a couple lows. First of all, we've got back 1+2. I mean, the range on this is absolutely absurd. This is like the best move for finishing off rounds. You'll get tons of wins with this when the opponent is low. Obviously, this is punishable on block, but I mean, it's basically unreactable, so it's not going to get blocked that much. And even if it does, it's not horrendous. Usually they can't get like big launchers or anything. They're going to have to be satisfied with just a little bit of damage if they block that. And the other low I want to talk about here is down 3, and then if you hold down, this is going to leave you in your Mantis stance. So this is slightly risky. If it's blocked, they will be able to hit you because you can't block very quickly out of this Mantis stance. But, on hit, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. You can do stuff like down 3 into Mantis down 2, which is a combo starter on counter hit if they're pressing buttons after they get hit by the down 3. And off of this counter hit, you can really get some ridiculous damage. So that's pretty nice. And just generally, this is going to be kind of a great mix-up starter tool, I think. Once you're in this Mantis stance, you're kind of going to keep them guessing with whether you're going to pull out some lows, some mids, maybe even a huge launcher that's going to blow them up. So another good low that's going to lead into a few more mix-ups if it connects. Speaking of moves that lead into stance, let's talk about forward forward 3. So this move's pretty insane. From what I can tell, it's actually plus on block. So if you make the opponent block this, you're going to be at advantage. You can continue your mix-ups. So that's pretty sick. On counter hit, this is going to lead into a combo, which is very nice, obviously. And this also leads into stance, as you can see. So you can start doing mix-ups off of that as well. If you get like a non-counter hit, you can go into some pretty nice mix-ups while you're big time plus inside that Mantis stance. So pretty nice for that as well. So while we're talking about Scarecrow stance, let's talk about 1+2. So this is going to be a mid option you can do out of Scarecrow that is plus on block, which is pretty nasty. And if it's a counter hit, you're going to get this crazy launcher, which can lead into a full combo. So that's pretty nice as well. So overall, I would say a lot of the strength of all these different attacks that go into Scarecrow stance is the threat of this 1+2. They have to really watch out and not press any buttons, or else they could get counter hit to death. Or even if they just block, you're going to end up plus and be able to continue your pressure anyway. So great tool here. And then finally, number 10 here is going to be up forward 1+2. So this move, I will admit, is like a slight bit gimmicky, but it is a safe on block mid with long range, so that's cool. And it leads directly into this tarantula stance. So you can use this to start doing lows, keep them guessing with mid options, whatever you want. Really creep them out and get the high-low started off of this long-range mid. So that's pretty nice as well. But I would say maybe don't do this too much because, you know, if they backdash on you and you whiff, you're going to be in big trouble. And also, you can be hit when you're in this tarantula stance. You can't really block very quickly, so do watch out for that. But this can be a nice way to apply some mix-ups and close out the round. So with that, that's going to be the end of the list, guys. Let me know if you found this informative and if there's any other moves that you think deserve a shout out for this character. And I'd like to thank the following users on Reddit for helping contribute to the list: Pyro Wizza, Son of Neckbone, Sir Alex 505, Noodle, Bludica, Fadastic, and Martini Blue Lulu. So thanks to them for helping me figure out all the moves that belong on this list. I've really been enjoying Zafina so far. She's a ton of fun and a really cool character. I love her style. So let me know if you want to see more Zafina action in the future, or if you'd like to see more guides like this for other characters. Just say so in the comments. I always read them. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.